we can annoy the crap out of this guard. Just say you're knock on the wall. You shut up. I don't have to do crap. Freedom of speech, buddy. What's up, everybody? badassgamez, welcome back to Metal Gear Solid. Today we are going to listen to Otacon tell us some crap about the elevator. Remember, guys, all these conversations are in the annotations. Just click it and you can see what's going on. Okay, I want to clarify something that I said in the last video. I mentioned that after you beat the game a certain way, after not either rescuing Meryl or not, you get a special item. Well, that's only actually works for the same mode that you're in, so you can't use an item that you got in the normal mode for the extreme mode. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm going back down the same way that I came, and now I'm going to go down the staircase because we gotta go back to that elevator. Now, on our way down there, if you remember, there was a couple of cameras, or there were turrets that were on the ceiling. So when you get to about the second flight down, toss a chaff grenade and you should be able to chaff those turrets up. And then you count 2 flights as well, and then you throw another one, and you should be able to get through these pretty simply. So there's the next chaff grenade, there's the next set of turrets that are getting messed up. Okay, so here goes the first flight right here. Second flight right here, camera turns, throw a chaff grenade. And that's the perfect timing in order to get through these turrets. Now, there's only 4 sets of turrets, and the last one only has 1 turret. They decrease in number as you go down, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, last chaff grenade going out right now. So there it is. Awesome. Now we should be down here at the bottom. As you pass the boxes, that means you're on the right level with the elevator. So let's go push this button. And we can sit here and wait for the elevator, or we can go over here and collect some of the items that weren't here last time. And we'll hear the elevator as soon as it gets up here, so yeah, that's about everything that's up here. Alright, so there's the elevator. It'll wait for you, so don't worry about it too much. And now we're going to go in here and... So we're about to, if you're not sure what that is, basically, I'll tell you that in a second. You want to go over here to the buttons and press the first floor, and this will shut. And then Otacon's going to call you and tell you some interesting information about some stealth suits that are missing from his lab. And he's basically telling you that the guys are on the elevator with you with the stealth suits, and that what that alarm was the capacity alarm. So
now die.
What we gotta do is we gotta kill these guys. There's 4 of them, and so what I recommend doing is using the claymores. It's actually very efficient to use these things. Alright, hopefully... Well, you can also toss some stun grenades if you're having a hard time with this. There we go. You also, if you do decide to use the claymores, I recommend using the thermal goggles so that way you don't blow yourself up with a claymore, because that's been known to happen too, quite a few times. Alright, yeah, I just got hit there. Okay, so we've got 3 more left in this elevator. You can also punch these guys too, by the way. And flip them. And break their necks. Do whatever you need to in order to get rid of these guys. Okay, so they're all dead. Awesome. Snake is relieved. Okay, that elevator will go forever until you kill all those guys, so just so you know that. Alright, now out here we'll find some items that we can grab. Some chaff grenades, and also, I don't think there's anything else around here. But we can go around to the other side and find some more stuff too. Looks like I'm going to need to use a ration. So I'm going to see if I can't find a ration. There it is. First, so that way I can make sure that, yeah, I can have full rations. That's all I really want. Alright, PSG-1 ammo. We're about to have a fight again with Sniper Wolf here in a little bit, so having the PSG-1 ammo is going to be useful. Let's equip the level 6 card and let's go in here. Now be careful because there is also another turret in here. Let's toss a chaff grenade, freak that thing out, pick up whatever ammo you can, continue on through here. Toss another chaff grenade because this hallway is full of turrets as well, and you don't want that chaff to give out while you're making your way through here. As you can see, those are turrets around there. Alright, and then we'll leave, and we'll be out into this wide open area. And it's snowing out here. Okay, so there's a couple of items around here you can grab before you begin this fight. You don't want to go too far if you want to grab the items, okay? There's some over here, I believe. I thought there was some on the other side, but I guess I was wrong. Yeah, here's a ration right here. We won't pick that up just yet because I probably will get hit during this fight. But as soon as you're ready to begin the fight, just walk forward, and then at a certain threshold, Sniper Wolf will shoot you. And that doesn't count against damage on you, so it should be fine. Alright, so now we're going to converse with Otacon. He's going to be like, yeah, it's Sniper Wolf. And, yeah, he's going to ask you not to kill her. And you're like, wait, what? What's wrong with you, man? Sniper Wolf interrupts the conversation, which is kind of funny. And, yeah, we're about to fight this Sniper Wolf again, for the last time even. Alright, so first thing I want to do is select the PSG-1. Okay, that's our sniper rifle. And then try to find her over here on the left side. Sometimes she might also be on the right side. Yeah, she's not over on this side. Remember, you also have diazepam, so that way you can prevent yourself from getting hit, or from shaking while you're trying to fight her. There she is. Let's use one right now. Also, during the Sniper Wolf fight, you cannot pass a certain threshold, otherwise she will automatically hit you regardless if she's behind a tree, regardless if she's behind the hill, she will definitely hit you, so you have to stay back here toward the door. Just remember, if she sees you, then hurry up and get up and move to a different spot. And hopefully she doesn't see you move either. But you can usually tell if she's watching you because she will also, you'll be able to see her laser pointer. She hit me, so she knows where I'm at. I'm gonna get up and move somewhere else. I know she's on the right side of the hill. So there's a hill basically in the middle of her, where she's at. And you can tell by that thing, you know, which side she's on. She might be on this side now. No, she probably can't see me. She's behind either the hill or behind this hill over here. Yeah, she's probably over there somewhere. So that's unfortunate. So I moved to the wrong side. That's cool. We'll just go back over here. Remember, every time you put the... oh, where is she? I see the laser. See it. Use another diazepam. Just follow her. I'm surprised I hit her there. Alright, she's probably going all the way over to this side. Alright, I don't see her, so I'm gonna try to go back. This part does kind of suck when you don't know where she's at. Oh, she ran all the way back over here? Okay. You can usually tell where she's at because her shoulders stick out from the trees. Keep running. I missed. Alright, let's see if she goes on the other side. There she is. Ooh, I was close. You can hit her while she's running. I only got about one more shot, maybe two more shots left in her before I win this fight, so... Oh, I need other diazepam. And there we go. Alright, so Snake stands up, he gains a little bit of extra life, and then just run forward and we'll get the cutscene. Then Otacon's gonna come and say what's up, and all that other cool stuff. We did actually kill Sniper Wolf this time, so she's dead. We give her back her handkerchief. Remember, we got the handkerchief from Otacon. He gave it to us while we were in that cell. Well, we gave it back to the rightful owner. So there we go. Okay, now before we go anywhere else, we were going to go around and check some of these rooms. Okay, there's a bunch of doors out here that you can check out. And there's some pretty good items behind it. Pretty much just stocking back up. There's also a cardboard box, which we'll get here in a little bit. Just remember that there are mines in some of these places, so make sure you have your mine detector on and use your chaff grenades too to knock out some of these cameras. Now, there is no mines in this one. The mines I'm talking about are claymores, so you can actually pick them up, and you're going to want to because the claymores will become very handy in the future. Alright, there's nothing in here. I know for a fact there's no mines or anything in this room. So we're basically just stocking back up before we continue on. Alright, now this room does have mines, so as soon as you open the door, choose your mine detector or your thermal goggles and go through and pick up all of these claymores that are in here. You're going to need them, or you're going to want them, trust me. Alright, so there's also some diazepam in this room, and a couple of other items you can pick up. A ration. Let's go. Oh, I don't think I need to use it, so never mind. So I got all the claymores, let's get out of this room. And then in this room right here, this requires a level 7 card, and so you can't get in there right now. You will get the level 7 card in a little bit, and you can come back, but I'll just go ahead and tell you that you don't really need to, because the only thing that's behind there is some stinger ammo. We're going to get stocked up before we get to the next part anyway. This is the proper way to go, so we don't want to go that way just yet. Let's go around here and check some of these other rooms out. This room has a camera in it, so let's take the chaff grenade out, toss it in there. This room's going to contain a bunch of Nikita ammo, which I'm pretty sure I'm rather full on, but the Nikita missiles will come in handy as well in a future fight coming up. Okay, so now as you're going south from there, you'll notice that there's a building that I'm running along the side here, and there's also a tree. If you take a look real quick, you'll notice that there's some diazepam being well hidden behind the tree from the normal camera. Alright, so let's go in here. There's another camera. Another couple of cameras. I believe they're just turrets, but... Toss the chaff grenade and go in here. We'll get the cardboard box C. So let's see what the heck this box has on it. This one says the snow field. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's all of the rooms. They have items. I'm going to go ahead and leave through here. I'm going to go back up to this room that I said we don't need to go to yet. And we're going to go in here now. We're going to need the chaff grenades. Because there's just cameras in here. There's a couple of items in here you can pick up too. There's none down here, but after you throw the chaff grenade, come up here, you got some SOCOM bullets if you need it. And then we're going to go down into here. And then we're going to need to switch our disc. Okay, Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1 has 2 discs associated with it. It comes with 2 discs. And now it's time to switch the disc. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to, if you're playing on the ePSXe, how to switch your disc. Okay, with the ePSXe window open like this, what you want to do is you want to hit the escape key, okay? And then you want to go to the file menu in here, and then there's a change disc option. Now, if you're running on a CD-ROM, then you just want to go ahead and eject the CD and then put the next one in and then choose this option. But since I'm running from an ISO or from a bin-Q format, I'm going to click on ISO here, and then it'll bring me up into the menu for Metal Gear Solid. I'm going to select my MGS-Disk2.Q or .ISO, depending on whatever format you're using. Remember, you want to select the one with the smallest file, okay? And then hit open, and then it will say press the start button after inserting disk 2. And then so that's what you do. Alright, so now that we're back on the second disc, let's go ahead and go through here. Now we need to go ahead and take out a weapon, because we're about to fight some dudes. This place is full of guards, so stand right here, off the guy that's over here at the very end of this walk, this pathway. There's some stun grenades over there, so make sure you grab them. And then you want to head down here and hug the wall like this. And then you want to walk, but you want to be careful because this thing will knock you off and into the lava pit down below. So make sure that it's heading away from you, or if it's heading toward you, you want to duck because you need to get on the other side of it. Chances are it's going to keep going the other direction. So we're just waiting for this thing to come back this direction so that way we can get underneath it. Looks like they're playing games with me today. So just be patient, eventually it will go. When it's like this, you might not want to stand up because if you hit the thing at all, you will fall down into the pit below. So you don't want that to happen. Just wait for it to go through all the way and then stand up and finish your walk along the wall all the way over to this side. Okay, now we're going to go down here. There's a guard down here patrolling. And there he is. I just wanted to light him up real quick. He probably would have saw me if he would have got any closer. Now before I go down there, I'm going to go through here and collect some of these items that are sitting around down here. We got some SOCOM ammo, which I just used, so that's good. There's a ration there, and there's also some FAMAS bullets right there. So if you need those things, then there you go. Okay, now let's go down here, and then there's 2 ways you can go from here. You can either go through this door, which is the proper way to go, but of course you always want to go the wrong direction so you can collect all the items. There's some SOCOM bullets. There's also a ration over there, which is kind of hard to get. I wish the best of luck to you if you need a ration. There's some stun grenades, and there's also this room right here, which we're going to want to remember exists. Okay, it's very, very hot in here if you can tell. Alright, so, oh, yeah, let's just go. Ah, let's just go again. Alright, so there's some items around in here. I don't need any Nikita missiles, so whatever. And now we can duck underneath these pipes in order to come into this room. Let's get the chaff grenades back out. Okay, there's some cameras right in this section, so I want to get these guys stunned while I go around and pick up some of the items that are down here. Alright, got Stinger missiles, chaff grenades, more Stinger missiles. Remember I told you that that one room had Stinger missiles in it, the room that required the level 7 card key. We didn't have the level 7 card key, so we don't necessarily need the... So we can't get the Stinger missiles in that room, but we're going to get plenty of Stinger missiles anyway, so just keep that in mind when you're going through here. Okay, now let's go through this level 6 door. And then this is going to take us into this large elevator room. Now, there's a bunch of items in here that you can pick up. I believe it's just SOCOM ammo and FAMAS ammo, which I don't need. If you look across the way, you'll see that there's a couple of other items over there. There's some hidden behind those boxes, too, if you want them. So it's not important. I mean, it's just some ammo that I'm already full on. But just so that you know that they're there. Okay, now once this elevator gets to the top, we can come over here and use the circle button on this control panel. And we're going to make our way down. Now we got to fight a bunch of guys again. Alright, now, so for this one, what I recommend using is the claymores and the stun grenades to the best of your ability, okay? Once the stun grenade goes off, you're pretty much home free. Drop a claymore. I'm gonna flip this guy. Choke him out. There we go. So the more you kill, the better, okay? So yeah, just keep these guys subdued. I want to flip you and... Ow! I would try to choke this guy out and you won't let me. I hate you. Now be careful with the claymores in this section because it seems like... oh my gosh, I'm doing terrible. Oh, there we go. I better be careful because I have a claymore on the ground. But be careful because they seem to go off as soon as you put them down. If you put them down too close, they'll go off and kill you. So be extremely careful when it comes to that. You can also use the body armor if you have it to prevent some of that stuff from happening. So good luck to you. Oh, I got lucky there. He's dead. Alright. Once you kill all those guys, it's actually one of the harder parts to get through in my opinion. Once you kill them all though, the elevator would automatically make it down to the bottom and you can get through this. Alright, now when you get down to the bottom here, you're just going to want to toss a chaff grenade. Okay, there's a turret right up along the wall. You'll see it here in a second. Well, maybe you won't, but there it is right there. And there's also some ammo up on that thing. You can grab that, but it's also within the view of the turret. Remember, your camera is being jammed right now, so you can't see anything. There are some claymores on the ground that you're going to want to grab, so use the thermal goggles when you come in here and crawl on the ground to pick up these claymores. Okay, I think there's like 4 in total. Maybe there's 5 or something like that. There's, they're guarding a ration over here, so... Yeah, keep that in mind. There's a bunch of good stuff around here. We need these claymores for another boss fight that's coming up here in a second. The claymores will come in very, very handy against this boss, so... And there's another item right here, which I'm pretty sure I don't need, yeah. Okay, so let's now go over here to this elevator and press this button to go down further. Fortunately, this time we don't have to deal with any guards or anybody, so... It's just sort of a long trip down to the bottom. This is one of the cooler views right here. So these crows, they're harmless. They're just flying around. Kind of gives you an idea of what's up ahead, of which boss I'm about to fight. Just be patient, and eventually the elevator will make its way all the way down to the bottom. While you're on here, you're gonna get a call from Master, okay? And you can't avoid the conversation. He's basically going to tell you about Naomi. He says that she's up to something. He didn't like his background. He didn't like her background story, so he's telling you that he looked into it, and yeah, it turns out that she might be a fraud. And Colonel Campbell didn't hear that conversation because your monitor was off. They couldn't listen to that conversation. So Naomi has no idea that you know. Sort of an interesting thing. Okay, now we're down here in the bottom. As you can see, it's kind of cold down here. This is like a freezer or something. There's some items around you can grab. Some C4 is also good against this guy if you're good with the C4. Another ration. Let's go ahead and use this ration. Get my life up a little bit. And then we're going to go through this door. This is what's going to start the next boss fight. Okay, so at the early stage of this fight, when you're we're fighting against the Shaman Raven guy, okay? Early stage, very useful to use the Nikita missiles, okay? He's moving very, very slowly. He doesn't move very fast at all. And the idea is to stay out of his line of sight, and then he won't shoot you. So just use the Nikita missiles. Okay, if you're playing on an extreme mode or something, then you can use the look button to figure out where he's at. There's a box that covers around him. He shot it. He will shoot the Nikita missile and it will blow up. So make sure that he can't see the missile come out like wherever you're at, like near you. Because if you do that, then he will shoot it up. Oop, I messed that one up. Just make sure that blows up near him and then you should be good to go. So just keep doing this until he actually gains some speed. He's still moving really, really slowly. Oh, it sounds like it's picking up some speed. Once he starts moving faster, it becomes very, very difficult to use the Nikita missile on him, which is where the Claymores and the C4 comes in really, really handy. Now, you have to be good with using the C4, but the Claymores make this pretty much a trivial fight. So what I recommend doing is selecting the Claymores and the thermal goggles, or the mine detector. Doesn't matter if you have the mini-map, you're not playing on extreme mode or whatever. Place the Claymores around so that way you know where you put them, okay? You don't want to run into these things. They will hurt you, too. But now the goal here is to just hope that he walks across them. I know it's kind of like, you know, playing around with the with luck, but he will eventually run across them. Just put a bunch of mines everywhere, and he'll have like no chance at all. Oh, he's gonna see me. That's fine. He didn't shoot me though, and he's afraid to come toward me. That's amazing. Put another one down right here. Put another one right here. Try not to make it so that way they blow up when he walks past them, because he typically they blow up and they don't do any damage if you do it that way. So be very careful with that. So he's not. I think his AI might actually tell him not to walk where there's claymores, which is kind of interesting. I have too many claymores down on the ground right now. He needs to walk across some of these things. We can also use Nikitas if we want. But of course it's going to take a little bit longer. There we go. He hit one then. Now he's going to start hitting them all, it seems. Which is good, because now we don't even have to fight him. Let's see if he comes down over here. Nope. He's going to go up that direction. Hopefully he comes across this direction. Here he comes. Yeah, buddy. He sees me. Oh, I just blew myself up. That's why I got to keep that mine detector up. Alright, and that's the end of the Shaman Raven fight. He's going to give you a level 7 security card. Okay, and he's also going to tell you that the DARPA chief was actually Decoy Octopus, okay? Because if you remember, or when we were in the cell, we noticed that the DARPA chief had been dead for days. Well, it turns out that the DARPA chief that you talked to was actually a decoy. Okay, now we're going to get a call from Master, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about Naomi, but this time Colonel Campbell is going to listen in on the conversation. Naomi is not listening to this conversation, so now Colonel Campbell knows that Naomi is up to something. Now there's some items around here you can pick up if you didn't get them during the fight. I'm just going to go ahead and say, you know, whatever. You do have the level 7 cards, so if you want to go up and grab all those Stinger missiles, you can. I'm going to go ahead and bypass that, since I'm pretty sure I have plenty of them to begin with. Okay, now the level 7 security card is going to open up this door for you. It's going to take us into this area. Now, be careful, because there are a bunch of cameras around here, and you want to be careful because you want to toss a chapter grenade, but you want to be careful not to throw it on one of these pits, because if you do that, it'll fall down, and then it won't go off, and you'll get shot up by these turrets. Keep the chapter grenades up, because there's just turrets everywhere in this room, okay? Up here, some Stinger missiles, which is what you're going to want. And then finally, over here. Now let me take a look around, because as you can see, there's just tons of these turrets everywhere. Okay, so you don't want to get caught. I guess you'd only take away a little bit of life, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to come into this room. This is where I'm going to be ending this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm badassgamez. Thank you very much for watching my Metal Gear Solid walkthrough. Take it easy.